You should, as a grown-ass person, be able to have these conversations and not lose your mind.
And like, I mean, even going down the line, like if you want to be a virgin.
Do that, girl.
Do that. If you don't want to have sex, you don't have to have sex. If you want to have sex with multiple people, go ahead and have sex with multiple people. If you want to... Safely and consensually. If you want to, you know, get an OnlyFans. Make your money, honey. And
if
that's
you want to
men
be an
and women.
escort, do that.
Make a plan.
Make a plan.
And do your thing.
You know? Assess the situation.
Don't just wing it.
Don't just wing it.
It can't
you
last
know,
forever.
get
Have
a
savings.
good quality camera, but make a plan.
Wait, no, hold on. Wipe your lens.
Wipe your lens.
And clean the background.
And don't buy a Rolls Royce with your first friggin' paycheck.
Why you always watching me? You know that come with the fee. Asking who inside my sheets. I can't even come in pee. Take it back. Fully funded and abundant, and you lack. Who you is, big man? You don't know me like that. You's a snack, Kit Kat. I need some gon' make me fat. I need some gon' raise the stats. I need some know how to act. You always texting where you at. Don't blow me up, just blow this back.
Well, looks like we have a special guest coming in.
Ooh, good evening, ladies. Hey! I come in peace.
I love it.
And your hair is beautiful. I think I told you that. I love
this
it.
red
I
is
do.
everything.
It's awesome to be in the presence of queens. Oh my God, you guys are so inspiring.
But you believed in us, so there's that.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, so it's good to have you tonight. We've prepared something very special for you tonight. Chef is in the back whipping up a shrimp cocktail.
Okay, that's exactly what I was looking
And
at.
I believe a little birdie told me that this chick likes sushi.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So we're doing sushi just for her and a mushroom and truffle flatbread.
You like the flatbread.
The truffles.
So we just relaunched Altitude. So we serve lunch, dinner, and brunch on the weekends. But I have something sexy for you tonight.
Okay, we love sexy.
We can do
We
sexy.
love sexy.
Martini style, all right?
I remember the first night you were here. And so we want a chair tonight because I heard, well, I was on set, right? And I overheard you saying if you clink, you have to look in each other's eyes.
Yes, always.
And you'll have good sex?
Yeah. Because if you don't look, then you have bad sex for the rest of your life.
Can't afford bad
We
sex.
can't afford that. We can't afford that. But no, I think that makes the most sense for us to cheers because we really do want to say a special thank you to you for believing in us and believing in this podcast and giving us this space to express our platform, you know? I think that's just been one of the most amazing things for us to be able to do that.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you. Can't wait to see you back. I miss you guys.
Even if I just come for the food.
I know, right?
You heard me from the comforters.
Yeah.
So trust me. Thank you.
Yes, and the popcorn for
And the
sure.
tacos, actually. It was the tacos that got me.
Okay.
Tacos, and it's these duck wings for me though.
So I want you to try the martinis tonight. So we have a watermelon martini, a lemon drop martini, a sour sop martini, and a chocolate martini.
That sour sauce got my name on it.
Yummy.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it does.
I would never think
What
a
is it like?
chocolate
Is it like
martini.
Bailey?
That's
What
new.
is it? Is there Bailey's in it?
It's a coconut blend, chocolate. Some,
You smell it?
I can't tell you all
Smell
the
that sour
secrets,
sauce?
but
I feel like I'm in my backyard. All right, y'all ready?
we're ready.
Let's get this chairs a going.
Okay.
Abby, you want to start us off on this chairs?
Yes. Thank you so much for the amazing food. We all appreciate you. To the wonderful executive team and the staff. We really, really love you and appreciate you.
So let's cheers to season
Thank you.
1.
Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a
yeah.
special cheers for this martini. Oh, wow.
Notice third.
Ooh. It's the sour sop for me. This is
that's
this is
sexy.
good.
Told ya.
Perfection. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Well, ladies, I have to leave you and get some work done. Good luck.
Put in that work, girl.
Okay, I have to put this down. I think I'm almost done.
Abby, don't you start. Abby?
I'm about to drink all of this. I about to drink all of this.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Can
Hold
I
on,
get a
one more sec.
refill?
What was it? What was it? Hold on.
Remind someone to stand. Let me leave that down.
I'm interested to know what that tastes like. That look like that tastes
This
good.
tastes so.
This tastes really good. All right, so we 5 episodes in.
Yep.
First of all, we do that shit. 5 episodes in. What's the feedback been?
Well, for me, on my platform, I've been getting some good feedback. They like the energy. They like how everyone is so different. So the
I got that a
feedback
lot
was,
too.
I got
Yeah.
a lot of, like, someone could relate to each and every one of us. I'm very glad that, like, just choosing the cast members was, like, a good choice because everybody come from a different background, different
Yeah, we did good on
demographic.
that.
So they like the diversity inside the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
No, it's definitely been positive. And you know me, I was scared. I was like, child.
Every she was like, girl, I can't remember what I say.
Literally every week, I was sitting down watching like
oh,
looking like,
shit,
ooh,
oh, shit.
what I say? No, but it's been really positive and really encouraging because at first, my family and friends, it was like, yes. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, I did well, thank you, yes. But it was the strangers coming up to me.
I think that was it for me too.
Yeah, like when I
strangers.
remember I told you I went to get my vaccine and one girl was like, oh, you from the podcast? And I was like,
Make it feel like a whole $1.
$1.50, girl.
Dollar.
$1.50.
Oh, $1.50, my bad. No, that happened to me today. I went to Home Fabric and she was like, are you one of the girls on the podcast? I was like, yes, that is I.
One day they'll know the name too.
One day. It coming though, but we making moves.
We get in there, we get in
But
there.
I mean, has there been any feedback that's been a little less positive or controversial?
I mean, of course, the male point of view is going to be not agreeing too much with what we say. That's expected.
I think it was more so like on the live. Like I kind of noticed it. Like that was last night. Yeah, last night. But other than that, well, directly, I've only been getting like positive feedback.
Yeah,
from the cast.
and from men too, because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, only women watch this. We've had a lot of support from men. It just so happened a lot of the haters and trolls happened
To be
to
men.
present as male. Do with that information as you will. But even that was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more hate, to be honest. And it was only, nobody checking for that.
I was scared about that too because I was like, these some really controversial topics. So how is the public gonna take that?
Especially because we have the most views on the ones where we talking about sex. But I mean, do you think that there's like a double standard with that? Do you think that if we had like, say, 4 men on a podcast talking about sex, do you think that they would be getting a similar, awkwardness or feel the same way how we feel putting that stuff out there?
Of course not. There's always a double standard when it comes to sex. I mean, it's a double standard being a woman, period. Like, that's just what it is. Yeah. So it ranges from, like, from sports to body shapes. It literally is a double standard for almost everything. But, I mean, that's expected. We're the best. We're the queens. They want to double standard us.
Well, then, so when you think is the first time, growing up as a woman that you felt a double standard?
I think it's easier to try to think of a time before I realized that, because I realized that very early. There was just always different rules for me and my boy cousins. And where it was most obvious for me was in church, because I'm in therapy. I'm working through the fact that church was very traumatic for me, especially the ones where I felt surveilled. The church that my mother was a part of was very heavy on modesty culture. And even talking about some of the stuff out loud is kind of weird, but the things we went to and through and the scrutiny we were under because we were young girls, I had to wear my swimsuit in front of my pastor for him to see it before we could go on a trip. Yeah, because it was a trip.
To preview it?
Yeah, I have clear memories of this. We was all on a trip, on a missions trip. And this is one of the clearest memories because it was only girls, right? who had to do this, and we stopped to buy swimsuits for the water park.
There's a
and
lot
they had
to
to be
unpack
approved.
there.
And I remember being like 13, 14, and you know, they had to look at it and make sure it was good. And I was like, that was so weird for me because
First of all,
Yes.
that's triggering.
so I mean,
Hold on. So I'm like imagining like a line of young girls.
it was maybe like 5 of us because we were
But
all
you'd
like,
go into the room with the pastor.
no. We were like at the store.
And so he
We
was-
were shopping.
okay.
Let me
I thought you had to, like, put it on. I was like,
bring back. Okay? No. We were away. So we had stopped in a mall or something to buy swimsuits.
Oh, so you had to
go
get
the water park.
approval.
Right. Now, mind you, my ma there. And my mommy could say what she want me well. But still the fact that we all have to come out the dressing room and they was looking at it, oh, is this okay? Because it was like the pastor, it was like other women there. It was like the church. It was a church.
But the boys didn't have to do that.
No, nobody cares what they wear. And I mean, I'm like 13, and we already had this discussion. I was not exactly the bumpinest of the bumpers. Y'all can't just let me wear these triangles in peace. Like, I just remember feeling like, why is this happening to me? I want to melt into the floor. That was when I first really felt that way.
That there was that double standard?
Yeah.
For me, oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I can't really think of anything like when I was younger, I guess, like Kia, but for me, I work in finance. And I remember, like, I started working at this job. It was my first offshore bank. And literally, the women there, they had these top positions. It was a CPA, CFA, a compliance officer. The only thing that they didn't have was a foreign language. These men, they were white. All they had was a bachelor's degree, and one person had a master's. And it was like, oh my God, when I see the top positions, they had membership for Almany. First of all, they would find these persons from Panama, Norway. What else it was? Like, they paid for their school fees to go to Life-A-Key. And for me, it was like, these women in this office, this is a whole CFA who has a master's and just different certifications. So I think that's why I kind of went in the direction of, you know what? I'm going to learn 3 languages. I'm going to master Spanish, and guess what? I can be that black girl, and I can be a boss bitch. And I still like that.
Period.
I love that.
Boss
I love
bitch.
that.
I mean that.
love that.
I mean that. But I think for me, that was the whole double standard. And I don't think it was just, it could have been color, but I think it's mainly sex.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
I think it's a delicious
You don't see
combo.
It's a delicious
No, but you don't
combo.
see in finance. You don't
And it's
see,
a little bit more color than sex.
No, but you don't see much women at the top in finance.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, I definitely see that as well. I think for me, it's interesting to see the differences of the double standards. So we have
Church.
church,
Swimsuits.
work. For me, was school. I remember I went to boarding school, as we know, and we had these like little short shorts that had a logo on the back. And everyone used to wear these short shorts. Everyone used to wear them, walk up and down school with them. And I begged my mommy. I was like, Mommy, please, I want these short shorts. Finally gave in when they was on sale. I get my pair. And I was like, okay, time for me to rock it like everyone else been rocking it. So I put it on, walked down to go get my snack. Alex, can we talk to you? I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can't wear those shorts. I was like, what do you mean, why I can't wear those shorts? Well, they look different on your body. And so, that might give the wrong idea. I was like, hold on now. Hold on. And I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean? Like,
Everybody else wearing the same
I was
shorts.
like, everyone else wearing the same flicking shorts.
They ain't wearing them like you.
That's exactly what
They
she said.
was not giving it what it was supposed to give.
She's like, but they don't look like how they look on you, on them. And then I didn't realize that I was being sexualized as a friggin' 14-year-old child. I was being sexualized. I thought, okay, maybe, my thigh's too big or this and that. But it was at that moment I realized that there was a double standard because of my body, because of how I was shaped. And even at such a young age, to be sexualized where I can't wear something, even though everybody in their Grammy wearing them. I mean, granted, it was like stick thin.
I mean,
but
that's discrimination too.
You would think, right?
It is, yeah.
But I let her, and weirdly enough, after that, I never wore shorts. It took me until after I had my daughter to really wear shorts to actually feel comfortable in them. Because I
remember
always
you said
felt
that.
I always felt like I was being judged. Like I was immediately being over-sexualized, which unfortunately I still am. But that triggered me for the longest, where I would never wear shorts because I thought that they weren't for my body type.
But see, I think it's good you say that because I think people look at you and they're like, she always showing her body, and they don't actually know, like, that hasn't always been the case.
I remember.
Like, you can't cover this
It
booty
takes a
up
while.
today.
Yeah,
you
it
can see
takes
this.
a while.
No,
to
that's
build
why
up.
I tell people like this boogie can get show, okay? Because I remember the days when I was like, no, we can't go to the beach like that. I need to put shorts over this because I don't want to show this because I look too this or I look too that, or people could think that I asking for this or doing for this. But it came a point where I was just like, no, that double standard.
You could lose every time.
Wear the damn shorts. Wear the shorts. Wear the shorts. Wear the thong bikini. Wear the shorts.
Feel the breeze on your
Wear
cheeks,
the,
sis.
feel the breeze on your cheeks. Wear it.
Yeah, so from my experience, of course, y'all know, athlete, play for the Bahamas, national team, mine was definitely sports because I played a lot of male dominant sports like baseball, basketball. Y'all know I already shared the story with them throwing my basketball in the graveyard. So it was definitely a double standard when it came to sports because girls don't play sports. Go cook or go play with the girls or something. Why you always chilling with the boys? Like, can I live my best
I
life?
think how they could even tell you like that fun. I just want to go inside and cook.
And you said they used to drag you too, right?
Say that
They
again.
used to drag you too. That's what you said.
Yeah, they literally used to torture me. They used to drag me on the turf because they know when it's game time, it's over for them. Like, that was my double standard story. It was traumatic, but out of all of that, I was the one who got a full scholarship to go to boarding school at the age of 16. So yeah, period.
With them amazing girl powers.
Yeah, I got to talk it because listen to me, I went through a lot trying to prove my point, and I became successful, and all those guys were so mad at me. And what's crazy is I got that scholarship playing on a baseball field. I didn't even get that scholarship playing like female basketball or,
You did volleyball too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you said
volleyball or
that.
softball. It literally happened with me playing with the boys. One of the coaches,
I know they didn't
one
like
of the
that.
male coaches,
I
yeah,
know
one of the
they
male
did
coaches
such a
recommended
bad.
me to the school. I was like, dang, that's crazy. So
But I feel like that just brings up how many double standards we deal with in our day-to-day lives. I mean, even from we're younger, the double standard of like virginity.
I'm so traumatized by this concept.
The concept of virginity is just
Growing up in church, and I won't speak for all churches because people just get touches, okay? Growing up in church, like the only thing I ever heard about was virginity, and only for girls. It was
Yes.
like expected that the boys, the teenage boys, boys can be boys, but you keep these legs closed, ma'am. You must. You
don't show your knees.
Well, I tell you, I had a promise ring. Yeah, I had a whole promise ring.
See, and it's so weird because at that time I actually wanted a promise ring. I was like, I wonder if I could get a purity ring, even though I ain't all the way pure, but like I wonder if it'll like
I ain't all the way there. Give me like half a ring.
stupid. What a waste of time and energy.
No,
Like,
no. The concept of virginity is, it makes no sense. Like it makes no sense. I mean, from a biological standpoint, it ain't valid. But I mean, I feel like it's put so much more on girls than boys. Even more so, like I've heard even with, I know in some European standards back in the day, you'd have to hang the white sheet out in the window to prove that you was a virgin when you got married. And yes, to prove that you bled. And that's a thing. Like
but everybody don't even bleed when they...
That's why I said biologically it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So like from back in the day when, you could imagine if you really was a virgin and you didn't bleed, you can imagine how freaking shitty that must have felt.
Listen to me, I'm going to touch on that because it's crazy because I was always taught, you're a virgin when you bleed, when you break your hymen. I'm in boarding school. I played rugby. I broke my hymen playing rugby because I got tackled and that crap broke. And when I went in the bus, I saw it.
Really?
And I wasn't on my period, and it came down. And I was so scared because I didn't know what happened until going to our little mini hospital on campus and them talking to me and telling me what happened. So I didn't have that hymen breaking experience, but they don't teach you that. They don't teach you that it can be broken outside of sex.
They don't say that, and they also have like specific surgeries and different ways to build your hymen back just in case if you do feel like you have to prove it. But I feel like it just goes to show the double standard it is on women. Like, we have to prove this.
I think
That's
a
a
part
lot
of
of
it
pressure.
too, though. Yes, it is a double standard, but it's just like men don't get pregnant.
Huh?
Men don't get pregnant.
You know how long birth
think-
control has
No,
existed?
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is why I feel like there is more of a double standard with women. Like men extra careful with their daughters. They ain't worried about their son because their son can't bring home a baby.
Abby, let me tell you something.
No.
I promise you, if you ain't had a womb at all,
I
if
don't
you ain't
think
had
it
no
is
womb
that.
and no
I
egg
just
and no
say I
eggs,
feel like it's
they
because
still wouldn't want you to
women
grind.
can get pregnant.
I think it's just a control over women.
Yeah, it's,
I
You know, it's
agree
just a
with that, but
control
I
over
really
women
think that's
because-
why.
Because even if someone dusty ass son got someone pregnant, they still ain't letting them take care of that baby.
First of all, if your son gets someone pregnant, you notice if somebody gets pregnant in school, the guy doesn't get expelled.
Exactly.
The girl
The
gets
girl gotta
expelled.
go.
So this is what I'm thinking it's because
So you think the
we can get pregnant.
I don't think the construct of virginity is to protect women, protect young girls from getting pregnant.
No, I'm not talking about virginity. I'm talking about like the double standard, like even if we having sex and stuff.
I know. I think it virginity in itself, the double standard also exists because boys are encouraged to lose their virginity.
Yeah.
Girls are encouraged to save it. Girls are encouraged to revere it, to honor it, to make sure you're with that one special
It's not
person.
even like save it. It's like if you don't save it, you are ruined.
Yeah, you've seen as
It's
pure.
not just save it. It's
Yes.
like it's literally your worth. Whether or not somebody has put their penis inside of you is your whole worth as a woman. And as soon as you lose that, it's like, well, now you over here with the rest of the hoes.
And even if
Exactly.
you happen to get pregnant, then you's a failure. You's a this. Now you gotta drop out of school. You gotta go to girls.
so, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. Girls, yeah.
Right.
No, pace.
Pace, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pace.
pace.
I never heard about that one.
Yeah.
Shout out Pace.
Shout out to
Great work.
Pace, doing great work. But I mean, my whole thing is I feel like the boys should also have to, take
Have
on that
something.
Yeah,
responsibility.
they do need to take on that responsibility. They should be able to go to a school where they learn how to take care of their kids.
But even
Where
like
they
in the
learn
case
how
of,
to-
but even in the case of like with condoms and stuff, I feel like boys are more likely to get condoms and the talk rather than girls, especially over here.
Because they're not going to give girls a pack of condoms. They can give it to the guys.
Mind
and
you,
know
she's
they
the
can
one
do-
who need 'em.
Exactly. And the guys, all they can do is go around campus, oh boy, look what I get a condom. But they're not going to give
Keep it in their wallet for like 5 years. But no, that's a fact. Because even like when you talk about when you lost your virginity, I feel like there is a little bit of like a taboo if it was too early, if it was too late. But I mean, there still even is a taboo with girls who are still virgins, like in our age group.
To be clear, there is no right way to go about.
Yeah, like even like
virginity.
you're damned if you do, you're damned if you
That's
don't.
true.
So like if you're a girl who's like in our age group, so like in our age group, if you're a girl in our age group that will not be named, and you're a virgin, you're looked at as weird. Like, oh, how can you be a virgin?
Or what they do too, they'll be like, oh, you think you better than us? Type of system. No, seriously.
You think you more pure?
No, seriously.
You got
I know
powers
some-
in your purity
Listen to
ring.
me, I had a friend was a virgin and looked down on all of me and my other friends who were experienced.
I mean, but that's how we've set it up.
Yeah.
Like you spend your whole
That
life being like,
pedestal.
I'm saving this and I'm better than
And
you
she was
whores.
like when we talk about stuff, she'd be like, oh no, I can't listen to this. I'm like, girl, like chill out, you need to learn. I wasn't fully exposed how that whole outcome turned out.
the holy
but-
man says, you better try. I take one note.
But
But
girls
no.
actually do that though. The ones who are virgins, they try to put themselves on this pedestal, like, sis, you still human, like, chill out.
Yeah, but I feel like we live in that society where that's allowed in the sense of like we already built that pedestal, so they just kind of like ride in the gravy train. But it's just funny to see how that double standard exists, either way. If you did lose your virginity at 15 or if you still a virgin at 35, it's like what you want for us, like what you want us to do about it,
And then virginity is like this one-time thing. Like you have it once, you lose it, whatever, and then it's the rest of your life. So it's like now that we're all having sex, we're in the arena of sex, right? Now what? Am I suddenly okay again because now none of us are virgins and we're all on the same equal level? Or do I have to carry this shame my whole, like, what are the rules? I don't get it.
That's the thing. I don't think there are rules.
Because once I lose my virginity, it's like, am I just going to be a hoe forever? Or?
No, because then so then we get into the double standard.
I said, why you gotta be a hoe?
Well, because this was the dichotomy. I was in an extremely religious environment. Understand? These was the options. Either you're going to be a Mary or you're going to be a hoe. Like, it's no in between. You're going to live right or you're going to be a filthy
Even if
sinner.
it's one person, you're
You better go to the altar, ask for forgiveness, and don't do it no more. What else?
Some people are like that, for real.
But I feel like that double standard even then drives into body counts. I'll be finish the rest of that drink. I know it. I'm gonna need another one. So when we talk about body count, so then after we lose our virginity, right, if we choose to, virginity, I'm going to say it like this, because virginity is a social construct, it's not a real thing, okay? It doesn't exist. Anyways, so after you decide to start having sex, and then you have sex, we have the whole body count. Now, I'm sure you've seen that thing where it's just like girls never tell their true body count. Is always like times it by 3.
Multiply by 3. And you're right. And you're right.
So y'all lie.
I ain't lie. I've lied.
I've lied numerous times about
I
it.
lie to men.
Yes, I lie to men.
I don't lie to
No,
women.
I lie to men.
I don't think women.
You can't
for
tell
me,
the difference.
well, for me, women don't really
Doesn't
ask
make
me
a
my body count because
difference.
it don't even matter.
I don't understand why it matters.
Only
I would
men ask
never
that
ask.
question. Women don't really ask that question.
Yeah, I would never ask because I don't want to know that. Okay, but I feel like I've had men ask me in the past, and I have lied because I know that there is a double standard.
And they're gonna judge you. Even if you say like 4 persons, 5 persons, they're just gonna look at you like,
Yeah, if you don't say only you, baby,
or
it's a
3
judgment.
persons, I swear it's just you and 2 other guys. It's like, if once you go past 3, you're
Yeah.
I is either like lie or just like blow it off entirely and just be like less than 100. Don't worry. Don't
Don't you worry,
It's
honey.
under 100.
But, no, but let me tell you my strategy. This is what I used to do. I said, would you be comfortable if I slept with 50 people? If you're comfortable with me sleeping with 50 people, then you don't need to know my body count, period.
But why does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but this was my strategy
I never
telling
understood
people.
that. Why does it matter?
Like,
I don't know
are you
why
gonna
it
look at me
matters.
differently?
Body count.
Like, why it always have to be this?
But I mean, you know, your body count is replenished every year, right?
And in the next country, it don't count, apparently.
And it don't count in the country that you're in.
Well, but when you switch sexuality, you just
Yeah,
get
it
a
don't
new
count. It don't count. And you know, being bisexual makes it even better. So it's like, you know, it's pretty much I'm at 0.
This is terrible.
But I mean, I feel like that ties into virginity, you know? Like, we give women so much shit about when you're gonna have sex, how you're gonna have sex. You need to show us if you had sex or if you was a virgin when you married.
Or you just look like you having sex.
Or you look
Yeah,
like
you have
you
to
have
know.
Look at that one. She
That happened to me all of high school. I was like, hold on.
No, but that's the crappy. What's crappy is when you ain't having sex and people thinking you having sex. Like,
just
that's
because
the
you're
worst.
confident
Because
and
it's
you have
like, I
some
don't even-
sensuality.
Real.
Yeah, no, I get that all the time.
Your body, like they automatically
Or worse,
think
so
this
just
is a
because
hoe.
they're older family members hitting on you. And it's like, oh yeah, she
That's
fast.
a fact.
Like, no.
That is a fact. No, but the same thing happens to me all the time. People, I'm sure people look at me and think that I just friggin' juicing every and anything out there. But I mean, because I am sexualized on the internet.
Is it because of like yoga? I don't even think it's the.
It ain't the yoga. It's the body. It's the body.
I was thinking the flexibility.
Nah,
maybe,
because
like-
I seen girls who are skinny and, you know, don't have the same shape as me. They can pose friggin' butt naked and everyone would be like, oh my God, that's art.
Yes, art.
That's so beautiful. It's so creative. But let me go and take on picture naked. Oh, she's a whore. Look at this bitch at it again. No clothes. The bongi out.
And she's a mother.
And she's a mother. But it's like, if I didn't have the bongi,
Do you have a double standard as a mother and then
yes,
doing yoga and posting?
big double standard as a mother for how I am on the internet. For me, embracing my sensuality, and I'm not even gonna say sexuality, because when you say sexuality, people automatically equate that with sex. When I say sexuality, I'm not talking about having sex. It's just me appreciating my confidence, my divine feminine energy of knowing that I am that bitch. That's it. And to be in a place of appreciating that in this moment when I know majority of my life I never appreciated that. I didn't even know what that felt like to truly love myself. But as a mother, being on Instagram in a bikini on the beach is just crazy to people because you see the bungie and it's automatically, oh, she ain't a good mommy.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. I don't
None.
understand the rules for moms. Like, moms can't do anything. Like, right up to becoming a mom. Like, do you know how you become a mother? Like, literally right up to that. And you're supposed to be this sex siren, sex pot for your man, like, too hot to handle. And you get big up, and then suddenly it's like, whoosh.
Yeah.
No,
Whoosh.
but it's true. Like I just finished teaching in LA, and I literally just got that question from one of my students. Was just like, I feel sexy and I want to explore my sensuality, but I'm a mother. And she was like, how do I do this? And I was just like,
How you get pregnant?
no, but the thing is, for her, it was like, it's the same thing that I went through at some point where it's just like, you feel as if you have to put yourself in a box because of the people around you, because of the double standard. Like, even like when I go out, everyone was always be like, so where your child?
That I just when I went like
They supposed to
this,
be in the club too?
when I went like this, I was like,
They don't
you
ask
mean
the
with my
daddy.
child?
They don't ask the daddy that. So where the child? It's like, so who watching the child?
yeah, like why you watch? Like I've heard females say that and males say that, and it pisses me off. It's like, y'all don't think she have a life? Like, why she can't go to the club? Or she need to be home. I'm pumping her milk. Like, what?
I know I saw something on Twitter where it was just like, I don't understand how mothers could just drop their children off to their grandparents and leave them for the whole summer. That's the stupidest, selfish thing that I ever saw. And I'm like,
No, my whole thing is when it comes to being a mother, first of all, your body already went through one of the most traumatic experiences ever. You dealing with depression before, during, and after. Ain't no one really know what you're going through. And society is constantly gonna tell you, oh, you only supposed to take care of that child, take care of that child. It's all about you, the child, the child, the child. It's never about you. And when you take a step back and you actually take care of you and you fill your cup, and then you allow everyone else's cup to be filled from your overflow, then you realize, hey, you know what? This is who I am. You understand how to dive more into your confidence. You understand how to be there for your child without being, stuck in postpartum depression. For the longest, I was trying to fit myself into this box where I had to wear this. So after I had Finn, I throw away all my tight clothes. Or I had to now, be this certain person to fit this persona, but that wasn't me. And I feel like so many mothers go through that thing where, now I have to be a mom, I have to change now, and they're not happy with themselves. And when you are happy with yourself, then you can properly parent. I am so happy with myself now that I can parent from a place of passion. Finn sees that I am a passionate mother. She sees that I am working in a space where I'm happy, and that then transfers into her diving into her passions. Like children are gonna act on what they see and how they feel.
she's a big personality.
Exactly. And that's how she can express herself, But hold on, look like we got some treats coming.
Yes. What is that? Sushi. Yes, sushi.
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 Yes. With the chopsticks. Y'all know how to use the chopsticks.
The chopsticks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These are some big pieces of sushi, though.
All right, those look good.
Okay, before I stuff this in my mouth, because they catch me last time, I can ask my question.
You think it's you that's catching?
Yes, because this was on my spirit since we was talking about double standards. Because the hardest one for me, which I think everybody is guilty of, man, woman, child, right? It's the sex work. Oh. Because everybody will talk about your leak nudes.
Yeah.
Everybody want to go to the strip club. Everybody watch porn.
But nobody with no
nobody
porn
want to know a
star.
porn star or a girl with an OnlyFans or none of that.
And I feel like that really came up during the pandemic because, OnlyFans was popping.
Yes.
Yes.
OnlyFans, I know girls who making $60,000 a month. A month. I'll be like, hold on.
Every time you say this,
Right?
girl,
It'll just be like, ooh. But I feel like that really brought it to play where, a lot of dudes was just like, oh wait, you got an OnlyFans? And it became a diss almost. Like if you have an OnlyFans, then you less of a woman or yada yada yada. And it's just like that double standard is real. Cause just like you say that, everyone wanna watch porn, But ain't no one want to be seen with no porn stuff.
But it doesn't have to be just sex. Like, why can't like show my feet? You know,
Even that, as long as you have an OnlyFans, it's like.
associated with something negative.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it.
Of course, girl, I gonna sign up and then I didn't have the US card. I have to have a US bank account, you see? So that knocked my order.
Hold on, I know they can get this big bite of this. Let me try hide this. Hold on.
I mean, you gotta get in here.
Hold on. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh, hold on, it's falling.
I like how all of us bobbing.
Okay. All right. I got all the little crunchy pieces. Like, I thought about it, right? Unfortunately, the stigma is there, you know? And for me, being a yoga teacher, it was like, is it something that I can maintain when it comes to, you know, sponsorships, when it comes to me teaching? And it was like, realistically, we in a patriarchal society, I can't maintain that. But kudos to all the girls who holding they own on their OnlyFans, making that money, because why we were sending nudes for free?
That ain't making sense. That ain't making sense. No.
Y'all would do OnlyFans?
I wouldn't do it OnlyFans.
Why not?
Unless you're on my toes. Just me. I'm not even comfortable with sending my man nudes. That ain't happening, period. Because I've just seen so much.
Why?
Throw me your mind. Like,
No. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, I just have trust issues because I've seen so many females get dragged for it. I'm like, I don't want to end up like that because I know where I just don't trust you that much. I don't trust no human that much with that type of. Yeah, I just don't. Like, even me, if I get married. What happened?
She's struggling.
I'm trying to be all petite.
Like, even when I get married, if my husband asks me for nudes, no.
When you get married, you don't think you'll send nudes?
No, I'm not doing that.
So you just scared they'll leak.
I'm just scared of the leak. Why you can't remember this body in your brain?
sometimes I just want to leak my own
That body
nudes.
ain't gonna be there forever, girl. You better document it for yourself. You better take some nudes in your little shoebox and keep them for yourself.
Me when I 80 looking back at my Instagram.
When I have my big blow up nudes.
That's what I want. I want it in my household, like in a private setting.
Your artistic nudes. I'm here for it.
But I mean, I feel like that also speaks to the double standards of nudes. You know, when men's nudes leak, it's like, oh, look at that bulge, you know, da, da, da. But when a women's nudes leak, it's like, oh, she's a hoe. What she doing taking this?
It
Oh,
will
let's
either.
pass this around.
It's funny. It's like when a woman's nudes leak, a few things can happen. Either it just ruins her. She then gets rebranded as only a whore, no matter what she had going on in her life. That's it forever. And she could choose to capitalize off of that or not. Yeah. I mean, if it was up to me and I knew I would be branded as that for the rest of my life, no matter what, I would try and make a coin too.
Well, if I'm gonna end up with Kim K Money, hey, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Hi.
Or the other one is like, you know, they go the real religious route, get saved, and, you know, have a come to Jesus, and, you know, then they become a virgin. They become a Mary.
But
You
when
know what I
men's
mean?
nudes leak,
It's funny for a day and then you just move on.
or even like men celebrities, when their nudes leak, they say that their song ratings just go up. Like, all the shit just go up. So it's just like, that is a double standard in itself. Like, y'all ever had your nudes leak?
No.
Well, I never take notes to leak.
I mean,
so.
never mind. You're back to you out of this conversation.
Wait, what? No, boy.
No?
Where's some wood?
The thing is, like, I personally don't see me doing an OnlyFans, but I do not knock it at all. Like, if you want to do that, do you? I don't know what it is. Like how I said, I just see that, I guess, that business route for me and me learning the language and certifying myself, busting my brains and studying. I want to prove to those Swiss men so bad that I am going to be at the top. I just don't care for that. But if I didn't have that ingrained in the back of my hand, I don't care. Like, let me make $60,000 a month. That's
But
how
I feel like it's just the double standard speaks to why can't they both exist?
Right.
Like, why can't you do both?
Honey, you know how much times I've been studying a day? It can't exist.
No, I mean, like,
It can.
no, like,
It can't.
It really can.
no, like, it No, but I feel like the can't is more so because of the double standard.
Exactly. There are enough hours in the day for you to take a sexy picture and post it on OnlyFans. It can't exist because society won't let you be both of those women.
exactly.
You have to pick which woman you are
have
going to be.
to.
Either you're going to be the woman in finance or you're going to be the woman in sex.
Oh, honey, I just don't have the time.
Like, you know what I mean? They won't let you do any. Once you become a sex worker, they won't let you be anything but that.
That's a fact.
And
And
even
that's fucked up.
and even like Kim K working her butt off to get that image away
And
from
she
her.
wasn't even doing sex work. She literally was embarrassed in front of the whole world.
Exactly. And she's still working hard trying to get out of that. She's
Yeah,
trying to be a
even at
lawyer.
the point where she
like,
is now. Because she just did that interview, and it was like, what's your biggest regret? And she was like, I know that it got me all of this, but it was that tape. Because it's still looming over her head. But the thing is, when they talk about the dude who she was in the sex tape with,
Do you remember? Like,
but even then, like, they don't give him the same amount of shit as they do give
But
her.
who cares? It's like everybody's having sex.
exactly.
matter?
Why do we care about other people's
I don't
sex
understand. I never
tapes?
understood it.
No,
All us having sex.
listen to this hot take, okay? All right? All right? So the hot take is that since we do live in a patriarchal society, the issue is that men just don't like when women are able to control their own sexual narratives. So when a woman is able to say, hey, I'm gonna take these nudes and you're gonna pay me $20 a month and I'm gonna make money. Or if a woman says, hey, yeah, you leaked that sex tape, but I'm now gonna become a multimillionaire from it. Or if a woman says, hey, I'm going to become a porn star and I'm also gonna be a mom. And I'm also gonna, do whatever it else that I want to do. Men don't like when women control their own narratives. So we have to create these stigmas around it. So it's just like, okay, sex work is bad. Porn star is bad. Your nudes leak, use a whore. You have a high sex count or body count, use a this. You lost your virginity early, use a this. You still a virgin now, it's all control. Ooh, yes, honey.
Oh my God.
Ooh. That look great. It's shrimp.
that's a big shrimp.
I forget everything you were saying.
What? That's a big shrimp.
Okay.
That's a shrimp cocktail? Okay.
So we get the OnlyFans double standard, the porn star double standard. What about them sugar babies though?
I love them, and I love that for them.
I love that
honestly
for them.
support everybody, and I had my sugar baby days, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Ew.
And I love that for y'all.
Hold on, look me in my eye, my boy.
I love that for y'all.
No, but I feel like there's a serious double standard.
Huge, because men always want to be the big boss. They have the money. Men make money to impress women, to buy women. Let's be real.
That's
So that they can
literally what it
purchase the
is.
woman of their dreams. That's how they think about it.
Yep.
And you want the trophy wife until it's time to pay for her.
That's a
She
fact.
wanting.
And then the thing about it is, a lot of these girls who getting wives were considered hoes. So I'm like, so y'all talking bad, but then you marry them.
But then if I want to be a career hoe, if I just say, you know what, I don't want to settle down, I want to just date men, they pay for my time and company, this works for us, why are you so mad?
Right?
Why are you so
I
mad?
know, okay, that's what you think a sugar baby is? Like paying for your time?
No.
Oh, because I was like, let me clear that up because
Help
I
me.
wasn't a sugar baby.
Help me.
Hold on.
I
What is your
that.
definition of a sugar baby?
I mean, I guess dating a guy with a lot of money and like he's just taking care of different things and.
You're saying the same thing.
Yeah. But no, but
Okay,
the thing
you
is,
said
you
paying
do-
for your time. I mean, like you.
Yeah, I'm still paying for your time.
No, I really didn't love him in his big belly.
Okay.
You just have money.
I'm just talking about like,
Okay, for the conversation's sake, there is a website called sugarbaby.com.
there's levels to this.
Where you can
Levels.
actually apply under different stipulations as to how you would like to be a sugar baby. So that means if you don't even want to give up no sugar per se, I'll be like, hold
You
on.
can do it for free.
I'll be like, I didn't have to give up no sugar. No, baby.
Yeah, they have that. There are slots. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in college,
I'll be saying, what? I juiced up mine for a lot.
What's that?
What's that? What to say this?
Let me stop. I have a boyfriend. Please stop.
But no, I feel like when it comes to that, when women take control of that narrative and say, hey, I don't mind, going out to dinner, because it is a kink for some men who just like to give women money.
Yeah.
Who just like to pay
For some of them, it's a lifestyle thing. Like, you have to understand, for highly successful men, they don't have a lot of time. Like, they're not actually able to cultivate
So just
these
to have some
relationships.
arm candy
I
for
won't
a
go out
night.
to the movies. I won't go to this event. I just need somebody who can look nice, know how to talk when I can't get out. And, you're expecting a marriage out of me.
So, question.
Uh,
Have you all ever thought about being a sugar baby?
I honestly just thought being a sugar baby was dating a guy with money. But that was like a full-on real relationship. We just happened.
you know what you mean?
What'd you say?
I said the shrimp was lovely. I mean,
The shrimp was great.
You're funny.
I'll just say that, university was a tough time. That is all I would say. No holds
I want you to
barred.
know, an education will run you a mortgage. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And open up doors,
That's not an
honey.
escort. I don't know. See, now y'all confusing me. Is escort and sugar baby the same thing? Because now y'all making it seem like escort.
Well, for sugar babies, it's more of a long-term situation. You can hire an escort for a night. A sugar baby, you might even be on like a salary. You might be on a monthly. You might have a direct deposit every month like a job.
Oh, I thought there was a difference.
No. But the thing is, like, it's the same thing where, like, you can set the parameters of it. So, for instance, you could be a sugar baby that, only goes out every Thursday and you get a salary. You get a weekly stipend, or, they pay you in purses, or they pay you tuition, or, things like that. Or you can have a full-on sugar baby relationship in the sense of it is an older person, but they do give you money and they do support you in a certain lifestyle.
And I know people are like, why would men want to do that? But for some men, you're already living like that. I mean, okay, so-and-so drug dealer boyfriend was given $900 every week. I mean,
Yeah.
like, for you to go get your hair, doing your nails, do to look good when y'all go out on the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same thing. They just name it. That's all it is. Because that happens in the Bahamian culture
from a man
anyway.
point of view, you spending that type of bread anyway. Why I can't have an arrangement where, we know what it is and everybody can be comfortable and we can rock.
And a lot of times that double standard will come from men who can't.
Afford it. Afford it.
What I be saying? What I be saying? You're broke.
You're broke. What did you say last night? You don't remember that?
Obviously, she remember that.
Broke. You're broke. But no, the double standard will come from men who, project that they are insecure with the fact that they cannot, afford a sugar baby. And it also is women taking control of their narrative. You ain't got no money, so I go on where the money is. And I will live the life that I want to live. So I feel like all of these double standards just boils down to, the fact that women are just taking control of their narrative. But I feel like it would be good to us to. Sorry. I'll be like, hold on. I'll be saying, hold on. Was I an escort or was I a sugar baby? Yes, you. That was a sugar baby.
Okay, some sugar babies are natural and some people some are forced.
Some sugar babies
You was an accidental
will
sugar
stumble
baby.
upon their sugar daddy.
Yeah, you didn't go looking
Some
for that.
sugar babies will look for a sugar daddy.
Okay.
And vice versa. Some sugar daddies will look for a sugar baby.
Like, just how you have a job, your job could be being a sugar baby. You could go from one to the next and da-da-da. Like, you could be a full-time
Sugar baby.
I'll be really trying to clarify this.
She doing the math like, okay, carry the two.
Okay, all right.
Hey, I have it down back. I had it wrong. Okay.
All right, so I feel like we went over the double standards of, when it comes from men and women. But have y'all ever felt any double standards in any other ways? Like maybe from your body?
In a sense, where I fought 11, I show in the 7th grade. I probably was like 4'9". So of course my skirt is gonna like look a little shorter than others. And just because I remember I went home crying, begging my mommy to put my skirt below my knee. Anyway, I was begging my mother to put my skirt below my knee because all of the girls were calling me a hoe because my skirt looked shorter. So I think, is that even double standard? Does that count?
So you're saying
I
that
think because I was short.
Yeah,
And my
that
skirt
is a
looked
double
short.
standard
But
because-
everybody knees was like, I guess skirt was in the middle of their knees, sorry. But why do I have to be a hoe? I don't know if mine just look extra mini.
It's just so easy to be you could literally do anything and be a hoe.
you breed and be a hoe.
And breasts. Because my mom had like really big breasts. So you even thought it was just like, I was a whole virgin. I don't even have a boyfriend yet. I don't know what Philip is, so why am I a hoe? No, for real. I hated 7th grade.
I think I thought of a double standard. The last one that we haven't talked about. I would say sexuality.
Oh.
And I could rub a lot of people the wrong way. The breeders, the heteros, get real weird when gay people do anything in front of them. Suddenly it's like, you alone poisoning. You poisoning the whole room. You corrupting the whole room to your agenda. It's like, dog. I have to watch y'all in public. I watch people stick their tongue down the back of their gal throat. Feel all up in her bungie, put their hand under it, and it's like,
doing this for
no,
me.
for real.
No, there is a serious double standard.
And that shit is so...
Especially over here.
Over here. Okay, so every time I come home, I have to turn off the part of my brain that's like, you can be a normal person. When I go to the States, I live my life. When I come home, it's like, okay, recalibrate.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do that. If come out here, don't hold her hand. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because straight people lose their...
It's still even hard like being a woman because I thought like
Being a
women were
woman-
more...
See, they think it's easier, but all it is
It's
sexualized.
because it's sexualized.
It's
It's because
sexualized.
men control. They think they control that narrative because it's like when men see two lesbians together or two bisexual women
feel like they can
together,
join.
they feel like,
think it's
oh,
for them.
I could
Yeah.
change them. It's for them.
It's hard because I'm having a moment. You can imagine every time you try to have a moment with your partner, you have an audience,
Yes.
either hating you or being
someone trying to be
wildly
like, "Can I
intrigued.
join?"
I kissed Kamal in public and got a thumbs up. Like it was like, ah! Like I don't actually want that either. I just want you to go along with
It's
your
just a
life.
normal ass relationship.
like it's weird to be having a private moment and look around and you have a crowd. I mean, a gawking crowd being like, and you don't know these people. Am I safe? What are you gonna do? Like,
That is so weird. And I feel
It's
like
so
it would be a
strange.
great like social experiment to switch the roles.
for straight
Like,
people,
can you
right?
imagine?
They couldn't do it. I don't think they could survive a day.
They couldn't. They really couldn't. They really couldn't survive a day. Like if when
Try go on a sneaky link. Try it. You try have a sneaky link. You try. Everybody in your business. Everybody. You see them?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, and I feel
that's
like
two girls.
that's so important.
Babe,
You'll hear about that.
that's two girls. Right there.
But I feel like it's interesting that you mentioned that how you thought it would be easier for two girls. Because I mean to some degree it is.
Sorry for
I
the
won't get
assumption.
beat up. I won't get beat up because I am femme presenting. If I was with
Yes.
a butch woman, I would be in the danger of violence.
Yes.
Which I have been. But
Yes.
in this, I'm only in danger as I would be, as any other straight woman of like weird sex shit from men.
And that also comes back to the fact that because that narrative is controlled by the other half. So it's just like, it's okay for two femmes to be out because, and from what I've heard from some of my male friends, they'd say, because I could change them. And
I've heard
that's
that
why
before.
it's
I've
okay.
heard that before.
Or they just confused. Or they just wanna one threesome and that's it. They ain't gonna be together. Because it's still them controlling the narrative.
Men think they are the defining factor
Yes.
on sexuality.
That's why if you see
Bisexuality doesn't exist to them. If you're a woman and you like girls and you like men, you really like men. If you're a man and you like girls and you like men, you really like men.
you're
Because once a
bisexual-
penis is in the equation, yes, it's the penis.
yes. But even being bisexual, you're not valid. And that in itself is just it's just like, okay, I'm bisexual. Okay, when we having this threesome, it's like, wait, what?
Automatically.
Don't even get me started. But it's because they still control that narrative. They can still input themselves there. Whereas
Threesome with another woman, but if you say another man,
exactly. But if you see two men together, then it's like, oh, this ain't for me. This ain't turning me on. So this doesn't exist for me. So I'm going to on it. I'm going to hate it. I'm going to bash it. I'm going to create a stigma about it because that situation is no longer being able to be controlled by them.
Or benefited from.
Or benefited from, you know?
So what value does it have?
But that's a double standard in itself, and that got me a little heated that you mentioned. I started like, my arm is getting a little spicy, you know, thinking back, like, it's a struggle over here, though. It's a real struggle.
Things are changing, though. Things are definitely changing.
Things are changing. I mean, not as fast as I would like it to be, but I just wish that, you know, I didn't have to.
I had an evil thought. The times are changing. Obviously, we can't say.
Yeah. I saw the same thing. I think times are changing. Next question. Hey, next question. Y'all so messed up.
It's Abby.
But no, I just hope.
I hope, you know, my wishes for Bahamians. No, I'm not gonna take it there. My wish is for Bahamians, like, with the whole times are changing thing. I think people are like, oh, gay people have an agenda, or, you know, feminists have an agenda, or like sex positive people have an agenda to like infiltrate and make everybody immoral.
Not just us, really, having this podcast. A lot of people feel we have an agenda because we talk about shit that people normally don't talk about.
Yes. But it's just like my wish is for people to just be able to live their lives, live your life comfortably and be happy. That's literally it. We ain't saying you have to go out and have sex with a bunch of people if you don't want to, but you should, as a grown-ass person, be able to have these conversations and not lose your mind.
And like, I mean, even going down the line, like if you want to be a virgin.
Do that, girl.
Do that. If you don't want to have sex, you don't have to have sex. If you want to have sex with multiple people, go ahead and have sex with multiple people. If you want to safely and consensually. If you want to, you know, get an OnlyFans. Make your money, honey. And that's men and women.
Do that.
Make a plan.
Make a plan.
And do your thing.
You know? Assess the situation.
Don't just wing it.
Don't just wing it.
It can't
you
last
know,
forever.
Get
Have
a good quality camera. But make a plan.
Hold on. Wipe your lens.
Wipe your lens.
And clean the background.
And don't buy a Rolls Royce with your first friggin' paycheck. But no, and how you said that is just, that's what it boils down to. Let people live their damn life without this double standard that exists when you're not benefited from the
Just
situation.
judgment, period.
Yeah.
I just feel like I want, at the end of the day, for everyone to just let people live in peace.
I love that. Yes. Live in peace, be in peace, and come in peace. Oh, you know, we got chairs on that. Eyes. All right. And I feel like it's a perfect moment to thank y'all for an amazing season 1, right?
Right.
Yes.
We did this. Like, we did this. We came out at a gate during a whole panorama with these juicy topics.
Yes.
Ain't no one talking about, especially for women. And we did this. So, another cheers.
Cheers.
Congratulations. And
We will see y'all. We will see
y'all
guys.
in season 2.
And with that, I feel like we should just really go ahead and thank Scott's House Media, the executive producers, and of course Fusion for taking such good care of us.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. And
See you
guys in season 2.